room, dig it. I'm off at 1 if you want to get a drink.
Hey, we could use that bitch over here too, bro.
Fuck off, Bobby. Let me talk to my new friend.
Why don't you head on over there with me and my boys? We'll blow on bitches. Why don't you get out of here, Jade? I don't want to talk to you. So what's your deal?
I was just leaving.
Why don't you get the fuck out of here? Otherwise, you're gonna start having to pay me fucking double.
Why would I do that?
Because I fucking run this joint. Do you know who the fuck I am?
Bobby?
What'd you say?
Put your hands on the bar.
Put your hands on the bar.
Bobby, you good?
He broke my nose. I'm on his fucking head.
Get in the car.
Let's go. Move it.
You got a name? Wrong answer, stranger.
The film opens with a character named Jack Hunter, a former covert operative, entering a dimly lit and raucous bar populated by inebriated patrons. Jack exhibits animalistic behavior as he surveys his surroundings, carefully selecting a seat while fixating on a young man adorned with a distinctive bracelet. During his observation, a captivating dancer approaches Jack, enticing him with the allure of another performer named Riz and expressing her desire to learn more about him. Meanwhile, Bobby, the young man with the bracelet, is surrounded by numerous women but becomes inexplicably jealous upon witnessing Jack's interaction with the dancer. Irritated, Bobby summons the dancer but is met with a firm refusal, prompting him to confront Jack and demand that he leave. In an effort to avoid confrontation, Jack attempts to depart, but Bobby obstructs his path and pushes him, and a serious confrontation ensues. Amid the chaos, Nichols, a significant figure who is both a businessman and a crime boss, enters the bar accompanied by his entourage. They encircle Jack and force him to place his hands on the bar. It is revealed that Bobby is Nichols' son, adding an unexpected twist to the situation. When Jack declines to disclose his identity, Nichols instructs one of his associates to incapacitate him. Jack regains consciousness in a police station, where Nichols is present to interrogate him.
I really don't appreciate you manhandling my boy like that. I take it kind of personally. So who are you? Really? Do we gotta go through this again? We don't like strangers in this town. I think you get that. What I don't get is what a guy like you is doing in a place like this. It's a long way from Vegas. Tough guys always think it's best not to talk. I never understood why.
He doesn't look so tough to me.
He thinks he's tough. I think they'll get you talking. I gotta run. To be continued.
Jack remains silent, inciting Nichols' ire. In response, Nichols orders one of his men to extract information from Jack. As Nichols departs, one of his associates presents a photograph discovered among Jack's belongings. In the interrogation room, Jack is subjected to intimidation tactics involving a bag placed over his head in an attempt to suffocate him. Just as the situation escalates dangerously, Sheriff Kim intervenes, halting the aggressors. After they exit the room, Sheriff Kim apologizes to Jack. However, just as she is about to release him, Jack unexpectedly takes her hostage at gunpoint, assuring her that she will be safe if she complies with his demands. He then holds Sheriff Kim in the police station lobby while commandeering a police vehicle for his escape.
You good? I'm sorry about this. This isn't how we do things around here.
Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna walk me out of here.
Okay. You're fucking crazy. You know who those guys are?
I don't give a shit. Look, you're a good cop. Nothing's gonna happen to you if you don't fuck around.
You know who Nichols is?
Yeah,
He's the showgun around here.
we'll see about that.
Meanwhile, Nichols returns home to reside with his sister, Maggie. Nichols enters Bobby's room visibly agitated, demanding to know Jack's true identity. Bobby responds that he has limited information but assures Nichols that he can manage the situation. Nichols reprimands Bobby for consistently causing trouble and relying on his assistance. Later, during dinner, Nichols presents a photograph he obtained from the police, which prompts a noticeable change in Bobby's demeanor, suggesting he may have a hidden connection to the enigmatic woman depicted in the image. Meanwhile, Jack pulls over on the roadside and opens his trunk, discovering an array of weapons that appear to be a significant find. As he examines them, he hears Sheriff Kim's voice on the radio urging him to return. However, Jack insists he must uncover the truth about his missing daughter, the woman in the photograph. Later that day, Nichols and Maggie meet with a wealthy landowner and a politician to discuss plans to profit from extracting water from a large underground source beneath the neighborhood, intending to displace the residents for financial gain. They anticipate substantial profits from this water deal, envisioning a return to their affluent lifestyle. Nichols steps outside for a cigarette, leaving Maggie alone. Suddenly, Jack confronts Nichols with a shotgun, demanding to know the whereabouts of his daughter, Melissa, and threatening him with violence. Just as tensions escalate, Bobby arrives on the scene. Jack insists they must have a conversation and demands the truth from Nichols. Bobby, visibly frightened, confesses his involvement in Melissa's disappearance, claiming he never intended to harm her. It is revealed that Melissa and Bobby shared a complicated relationship, during which she gifted him the bracelet. At a party, Bobby pressured her into experimenting with dangerous drugs, leading to her overdose. In a fit of rage, Jack shoots Bobby, killing him. Maggie hears the commotion and retaliates by shooting at Jack. As Bobby dies in Nichols' arms, Nichols, consumed by anger, orders his men to pursue Jack relentlessly.
Go get that piece of shit!
I want his fucking head!
Despite being severely injured, Jack manages to escape into a palm tree-filled forest while evading Nichols' armed men. Although terrified, he continues to move forward and returns fire at his pursuers to create a diversion. During a brief respite, Jack removes his heavy gear to tend to his bleeding wounds. The group of men is closing in, and one of them passes by Jack's hiding spot. Seizing the opportunity, Jack swiftly incapacitates that individual and then surprises another, taking him down with a precise shot. At the police station, Kim briefs her colleagues about Jack, but Deputy Bart Bartlett receives a call from someone named Stone. Stone instructs Bartlett to head to the ranch but advises him not to inform Kim. Bartlett proceeds to the ranch with Stone, where they hear distant gunfire. In their search for Jack, they discover one of Stone's associates who has been shot and is gravely injured. Overcome with fear, Bartlett flees, leaving Stone behind. Realizing they have lost track of Jack, Stone opts to deploy a drone for reconnaissance. Meanwhile, as Bartlett continues to escape, Jack ambushes him at gunpoint. Bartlett pleads for his life, asserting his integrity as a good cop and his innocence. Jack demands that Bartlett inform Kim of his whereabouts but insists that he keep it from others. Afterward, Jack finds a small shed to take refuge in and tends to his injuries. Back at the police station, Bartlett recounts the events to Kim. The sheriffs proceed to the ranch, where Major Victor confers with Nichols. He emphasizes the need for a swift resolution to avoid jeopardizing their business interests. Kim and Bartlett are taken aback and concerned upon hearing this development. Bartlett suggests seeking assistance from neighboring counties. However, Kim expresses trepidation that involving others may provoke Nichols' wrath. They resolve to continue their investigation independently. Kim expresses a desire to meet Jack and learn more about his daughter, but she is apprehensive that Jack's desperation may lead to dangerous actions. Nichols discusses his concerns with Maggie, fearing that Jack may seek revenge. Maggie reassures him, promising that they will eliminate Jack and safeguard their business interests, despite the complexities of their relationship. Jack reflects on his past interactions with his former Black Ops supervisor, Murphy, recalling how Murphy's intense focus on work resulted in him not spending sufficient time with his daughter, Melissa. As a consequence, Melissa became involved with drugs, and Jack, in an ill-fated attempt to help, introduced her to a friend who also struggled with addiction. This decision led to Jack distancing himself from Melissa, causing her considerable anger towards him. He reminisces about the moment he finally re-established contact with Melissa after many years apart, only to find that she still harbored resentment for his absence throughout much of her life. Jack deeply wishes for an opportunity to mend their relationship. The following day, Murphy arrives at Nichols' estate via helicopter. Ignoring Maggie's inquiries, Murphy proceeds directly to speak with Nichols. He asserts that he is the only one capable of capturing Jack and cautions Nichols against underestimating him. Murphy demonstrates his knowledge of Nichols' security operations and influential connections, offering his assistance in apprehending Jack alive. However, Nichols remains resolute in his intention to eliminate Jack. Meanwhile, Jack finds shelter in a hut and falls into a deep sleep. Upon waking the next day, he is discovered by a group of soldiers led by Stone. They confront Jack aggressively, and the fight ensues.
Wake the fuck up! Come on! You piece of shit.
He stands over the injured Stone, determined to uncover the truth. Nichols becomes aware of the turmoil through radio communications, and Murphy reiterates the imperative to capture Jack alive. In contrast, Maggie is resolute in her desire to eliminate him. Kim arrives at the ranch in search of Jack. When she finally locates him, she aims her weapon at him. However, Jack assures her that if he intended to harm her, he would have already done so. Trusting Kim's integrity as a good cop, he requests her assistance in dismantling Nichols' operations, believing she may possess information regarding Melissa's disappearance. Jack urges Kim to investigate Melissa's case and promises to reach out when he requires her help. He then returns to the shed, where he is Stone restrained and injured. He places a knife against Stone's throat and demands the truth regarding Melissa. Stone confesses that he was present at the party when Melissa overdosed and was discovered in a compromising situation with Bobby. He instructed everyone else to leave, intending to exploit Melissa's vulnerability. Inadvertently, Stone reveals that Melissa is no longer alive, which incites Jack's fury. Overcome with grief at the loss of his daughter, Jack stabs Stone in the neck. Subsequently, Murphy speaks with Victor, asserting his commitment to handle Jack in a manner that Nichols could not. He then proceeds to the police station to meet with Kim and Bartlett, instructing them quietly to maintain confidentiality. As they examine a map of the ranch, they come to the realization that Jack does not intend to flee, rather, he seeks vengeance against Nichols. Suddenly, Jack's voice crackles over the radio, prompting Murphy to urge him to surrender and caution him that a specialized team may become involved. Jack expresses his trust in Murphy, declaring his desire for justice for Melissa, who he regarded as a daughter. He vows to eliminate everyone connected to the circumstances surrounding her death, beginning with Nichols. Murphy informs Kim and her team to prepare for an imminent confrontation, as Jack is determined to confront them. Seizing an opportunity, Jack attacks an individual and commandeers his truck, driving towards town with revenge as his singular focus. In town, Murphy readies his men positioned in various buildings. As night falls, Jack returns to the town and overhears the mercenaries discussing their search for him. He prepares his rifle for an impending confrontation. A vigilant sniper spots him and takes a shot, and gunfire echoes through the night. Amidst the chaos, Jack skillfully eliminates the sniper and several highly trained mercenaries. Jack manages to reach a building and takes refuge inside. Simultaneously, Murphy instructs Kim and Bartlett to locate a vehicle promptly to evacuate from City Hall. Two individuals approach the building where Jack is concealed. He swiftly neutralizes the first assailant and engages in a fierce struggle with the second, ultimately emerging victorious. As Kim drives away from the building, Jack unexpectedly appears in front of their vehicle. He enters the car and demands to be taken to Nichols. Meanwhile, Nichols and Maggie are grappling with their own feelings of regret about recent events. Nichols reflects on his past decisions, wishing he had made different choices during a time when his life felt perfect. Maggie, feeling similarly distressed, decides to leave and return home. Nichols remains alone for a moment before heading home himself. Upon arrival, Nichols finds Jake waiting for him, holding Maggie hostage at gunpoint. He demands to know the truth regarding his daughter's fate, and when Nichols hesitates to respond, Jake resorts to inflicting pain on Maggie by breaking her fingers. Under duress, Nichols reveals everything he knows. He admits awareness of Melissa's struggles with drugs, paralleling the issues faced by his son Bobby. He explains that Melissa died from an overdose. During this intense exchange, Kim and her team become aware of the situation and urgently call for additional police assistance to apprehend Nichols at the ranch. Shortly thereafter, police vehicles encircle the residence. Jake compels Nichols and Maggie to exit the house, while Murphy urges him to lower his weapon. Overcome with grief regarding his daughter's fate, Jake begins to weep. In a startling revelation, it is disclosed that Melissa did not perish at the party. She was still alive when Nichols and Bobby transported her to a lake. Bobby intended to assist her, but Nichols insisted it was too late and that she was causing complications. Following a heated argument, Nichols instructed Stone to take Bobby home. Subsequently, Nichols forcibly submerged Melissa in the lake until she drowned. With his gun still aimed at Nichols and Maggie, Jake remains poised to exact revenge for Melissa's death. However, Murphy intervenes, speaking to him in an effort to de-escalate the situation. Ultimately, his team apprehends both Nichols and Maggie, while a weary and bloodied Jake observes the proceedings. Kim approaches Jake, encouraging him to hold on as help arrives. Jake expresses gratitude for her unwavering belief in him, and she reassures him that Melissa would be proud of his pursuit of justice. After some time, Jake departs from the scene, reflecting on Melissa and envisioning her walking beside him, holding his hand. Meanwhile, Bartlett is transporting Nichols and Maggie when a black van abruptly obstructs their path. Bartlett discreetly retreats as Murphy emerges wielding a machine gun. Without hesitation, he eliminates Nichols and Maggie, showing no mercy for their actions toward Melissa. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.